Hey guys, and welcome back to another vlog. So I wanted to vlog yesterday, but I actually ended up doing nothing. And this morning is a good morning because we are actually headed over to Target. And I finally got one of those little car mount things so I can place my camera on like the dashboard and I don't have to be driving like all unsafe and shit. Oh, I thought I was gonna hit my trash can. Of course we have Bika in the back and we're about to go and pick up her favorite person ever, my mother. I'm not even her favorite person. My mom is. So we're about to go pick up my mom. My mom loves to go to Target with me. She's like obsessed with Target now. Hopefully, I know a lot of you guys know that they moved. A lot of you guys thought that they moved like out of state and stuff. No. I don't think my parents would ever move out of state. Like we love each other too much. Like we're... She's so excited. She didn't even make any noise, but usually she's like, ah! She's like waiting for my mom. Lisa, mom. Thank you. ¿Me pasa el carro o no? Ay, sorry, mom. But what I was telling you guys is that, wait, I forgot what I was telling you guys. I think I already told you guys that I just got a little car mount, and I've actually had this little car mount for like, I swear, like over a year. I just never used it. Picked up Sophie's favorite person in the world, which is my mother. But a lot of you guys thought that they moved out of state. They did not. Before, they only lived like 4 minutes away from us. Now they still live like 4 or 5 minutes away from us. So they just kind of moved across the other like neighborhood, and their house is literally the exact same. It's just flipped. Like all the restrooms and all the rooms in the old house were on the left side. Now everything is on the right side. So it's basically the same house. It's just a little flipped. ¿Miraste mi máquina que agarré?
¿Máquina de qué? Ay, te enamorada de mí, nomás está así.
No quieres que diga. Entonces voy a la de Carolyn o a la de Goodyear.
Cute little message. Let's go try to reach out.
Pick up some treats. We have some strawberry crunch cupcakes and some cheesecake banana pudding bites.
So good, que con papel me lo comí. Fish by April. Swiss by April.
She's here at the door crying, or she was crying a second ago for my mom because my mom just left to go pick up my little brother. You were crying for your nanny. She cries so bad when my mom leaves, guys. It's so sad. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. She's like scared to take the steps, but she has taken a couple steps. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come to mommy. Look. Come to mommy. Ah, lazy butt. Just got back from Target, you guys. We got tons of stuff. I got her a bunch of formula. I basically went to restock on a lot of her things, so I got her like 5 of these tubs of formula. Got 1 of these tubs, so she was a little expensive today. I got her that, and then I'm gonna start working on transitioning her out of the bottle and into a sippy cup. A lot of you guys recommended this one. I got her some little snacks, just some essentials, some toothpaste, hand sanitizer, and I also got a lot of or a few dresses. Oh my god, you guys, run, don't walk to Target. They have so many cute dresses right now, like so many cute little dresses for spring. I'll show you guys later on. I'll put one of them on, but they're so freaking cute. So run, don't walk. Paper towels, toilet paper, some parchment paper, this, Clorox wipes, which I needed, and of course the wipes and the diapers that she uses. I'm obsessed with these wipes. They're a little bit on the pricier side, but these are the ones that we like, and these are the diapers that we like. So a little birth control to all my girls out there that don't have kids yet. It was like $350 at Target today. I will say only like 200 of it was hers, so it wasn't that much, or 200 is 200, but I'm just saying kids are fucking expensive, so there's a little bit of birth control for you guys. I'm just like, damn, how do people have so many, how do some people be having like 10 kids? Like, they're expensive, girl, you're a material girl. You're expensive because you're a material girl, baby. Away, and then I'm gonna see if I can put on a little bit of makeup because I'm looking a little crusty dusty today. Aquí tirándome todo, haciendo un cochinero, como si me lo limpia. Then my mom's gonna come, and then my mom's gonna come back right now in a little bit, and we're going to start doing the little bolos, little candy boxes for the party. So we have all of the good snacks laid out. And we're gonna fill up the little boxes and get those going because it's only like a week left for the party, guys. Like a little bit over a week, so we gotta get stuff going. So it is almost 8 o'clock and Bika is asleep. I put her down for bed. It usually takes just one nap a day. She used to take two, but as of recently, she only takes 1 2-hour nap, and it's usually at like 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock. I usually don't like to let her sleep past 5, and she's been going to bed at like 9 o'clock the latest usually, and then she wakes up at like 8. She still wakes up like at 8 or 9 in the morning. She has not been waking at all during the night, which is amazing. But some days with the baby are not every day with the baby is the same. Some days I struggle to put her down during the day, or some days she doesn't want to nap. Today she was about to nap. We were out all day and then it was like almost 1 o'clock or a little bit past. It was a little bit past 1 and we were about to get home and she fell asleep in the car. And then when I took her out of the car seat, I was like gonna just try and lay her down to have her take her little nap, and she freaking woke up. After that, she had a lot of energy, so she didn't want to go to bed. I just brought her back out here, and then at that point it was kind of too late for a nap, so I was like, I'll just put her down a little earlier. Like usually she goes to bed at 9, but I started putting her down at like 7. At 7 o'clock I went, I started her bath and everything, and it was like 7:40 when I got out of the room. I'm praying that she stays asleep throughout the night. But right now I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about our breastfeeding journey and how I weaned her off the boob. A lot of you guys are really curious about that. We already made a lot of the little bolos for the party, so I'm super excited. We have all of the little boxes right here. I don't want to show you guys the front of it yet, just yet, but it has a lot of really good stuff in it. Let me show you guys one of them. I'm so freaking excited for her already. Oh, why is this one empty though? Lots of goodies in here, Capri Sun, Takis, some little Scooby snacks, and like a bunch of Mexican candies. I'm so excited for all of the party prep. Wow, you guys, I literally just had a whole ass conversation by myself because my camera was not even turned on. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my breastfeeding journey, our breastfeeding journey, and how I kind of weaned her off the boob, because I know a lot of, I've gotten a lot of questions on how I got her to stop taking the boob, because a lot of you guys are telling me that your babies do not want to leave the boob. And trust me, I know how you feel. I know what you're going through, because I definitely had a little bit of a difficult time getting Bika to stop wanting the boob, to stop breastfeeding. But I have officially been done breastfeeding for almost a month now. I have not fed her whatsoever from the boob at all for almost a month now. So from the beginning of my pregnancy, I knew that I did want to breastfeed. I didn't know if I was gonna have milk, or I had no idea what I was really doing, but I knew that I at least wanted to try to breastfeed. I have nothing against formula. I think do whatever works best for your lifestyle, for your baby. And honestly, happy mom is just as important as a happy baby. For some people, just breastfeeding is like just really mentally draining, especially in the beginning. You have a newborn that will not sleep, and when they completely rely on you, even though your partner can try and help you, literally like they just need you 24/7 for the boob. And when you have a newborn, they're waking up like every hour or 2 hours, and you're just absolutely exhausted. Like I remember like her getting up like so many times at night, and at this point Daniel would always help me out a lot, but I would never really get him up at night anymore, because like even if he would get up to, in the beginning a little bit, it was hard being a new mom, and I'm sure for him also being a new dad, but in the beginning he would help me out to like get my little boppy, or like to get like any clothes I needed, because in the beginning she was having a lot of blowouts. I knew that I wanted to breastfeed for at least 6 months. That was my goal, and I did reach my goal, which I am super proud that I breastfed her for as long as I could. And it is a really good feeling to feed your baby completely from your body, and like just like all the bonding, like I don't know, you guys, I did love breastfeeding, and if I had another baby, I totally would breastfeed again, but it definitely was a lot of work. Getting them off of the boob when they're exclusively breastfed is very, very hard. Always like a really good producer. I always had such a good milk supply. I did try like the cookies, like the lactation cookies, and a couple other like lactation stuff. None of that stuff helped. A lot of that stuff to me was BS. I don't know if it like helped any of you guys. Let me know in the comments below, but for me, none of that stuff helped. The things that did help me was I would take these little pills. I think they were called something Milk and Dairy or Legendary or something like that. I'll put a picture on the screen, or I'll just have them, I think I'll just have them linked down below, so definitely check that out. Those were the only things that helped me out, you guys. The only things that helped me out. With those pills, literally my boobs would get so full. I had so much freaking milk, you guys. Like, the thing that did help me out with the breastfeeding also was body armors. I know that was all over TikTok for a little bit, and that the hype is real, you guys, because the body armors really like helped my milk supply a lot. And then the pump that I used, I actually have it right here. So for my pump, I just use I think this is just like a regular Medela pump, so I'll also link it below. But this pump was actually very, very good as well. I think if I breastfed again, I would also try out the Spectra one. I have a couple friends that I've seen mention that pump, and it seems like it's very, very good. So I definitely would try that one out. I also tried the Medela hands-free one, and that one just did not work for me. I heard a lot of good stuff about it, but that one like would not get any milk out of me. And my best friend, my absolute best friend during this journey was my Haka, you guys. If you guys are breastfeeding, you guys need a Haka. Like, this thing literally saved my life so many times. Like, if one boob was ever like super, super full, I would just put it on the side while Sophie would feed and it would just catch that milk. And also for the first like month, I didn't really pump whatsoever. I think after that I started pumping, but for that first month I really only used my Haka, and I got like a very, very big stash literally just using this Haka. So basically you're gonna put this like kind of like on your nipple, and then you're gonna like kind of squeeze it, and then it's gonna suction onto your boob, and it's gonna create a suction and get all of that milk, all of that liquid gold, and then you can just, it's basically like you're pumping without actually pumping, but this thing actually collects a lot of milk. So this was my best friend. Honestly, wasn't even pumping. I was just so freaking tired all the time, you guys. But breastfeeding is definitely a journey. It's definitely a lot. Like, so I understand why a lot of women don't want to breastfeed. There's nothing wrong with that. Do whatever you want with your body. Like I said, whatever you want with your baby, as long as your baby is fed and healthy. I remember during the newborn stage, like, she would get up so many times during the night, and she would get up at like 3 a.m. and at 5 a.m. I would have to go pump. I literally would get like no sleep, you guys. Like, it was insane. But it just got easier after that. Like, I feel like I didn't really have a hard breastfeeding journey. Like, it was never painful for me. I did get like little lumps if I didn't feed her in time or if I didn't pump. Overall, I think my breastfeeding journey was pretty good. And then I did reach my 6 months goal, and then after that we just kind of kept going with it. Also at that point, like, she was in a completely exclusively breastfed baby. She rarely ever wanted to take bottles. Like, I did offer her formula in the beginning. When she was a month old, I ended up having to get my gallbladder removed. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had to go to the hospital, and I actually had to get surgery when she was about a month old. So during that time, I thought I had a big stash, and I did have a pretty good stash. But within those 2 days that I was in the hospital, my mom went through the stash like so quick, so they had to give her some formula. At that point, she was still small enough where she did take the formula for those 2 days, but then as soon as I got back home, I started breastfeeding her again, and everything was fine after that. But as she got older, like, it was harder to offer her bottles. At one point I would pump a lot and I would give her bottles, but then after that she didn't want my boob. Like, she didn't want to latch on, so then I completely stopped doing bottles, and then I started just completely breastfeeding her again. Like, I would not really give her any bottles whatsoever. And then it got to a point where she was taking bottles and doing boob as well. Mainly getting her milk straight from the tap. She wouldn't really get that many bottles. And I tried out so many bottles. Dr. Brown's ones are really popular, but for me, those I didn't really like. I was not a big fan. There was nothing really wrong with them. They would leak a little bit, but nothing crazy. But just the parts, you guys. Those bottles have like 5 freaking parts to wash, and it was just so annoying, so time consuming. So I ended up trying the Komotomo bottles. I'll put a picture of those on the screen, and I'll also have them linked down below. Those ones were amazing. I absolutely loved those. I also tried these are the Tomo Tipi, I think that's what these are called. But she also liked these are really similar to the Komotomo ones, but I love these because it's literally only 2 parts, so it's super, super easy to wash them. So we were a big fan of these. And then I'm gonna show you guys our absolute favorite bottles ever in the whole wide world. If I ever have another baby, I feel like I literally feel like such a pro mom now, because if I ever have another baby, I know what bottles to get them, what car seats to get them, what strollers to get them, literally everything. Hashtag pro mommy in the comments. But these are the Playtex baby bottles. These have been an absolute lifesaver. We have loved these bottles so much. I cannot recommend these enough to everyone. But once again, they're called the Playtex baby bottles, and I love these, you guys, because literally it makes washing bottles so easy. So basically these bottles have like a little plastic liner inside, and whenever the baby's done with the bottle, you literally just toss the liner, get a brand new clean one, and put it in there, and the bottle's ready to go. Obviously we would wash the nipple and just kind of rinse the actual bottle a little bit, but these literally, like, it would take, literally we would wash the bottles so quick with these. Like, it would not take us like any time whatsoever. And also these made it really easy for when we were out in public. So if you're looking for a brand new bottle, these are the ones for you. I am absolutely obsessed with these. If you don't want to waste a lot of plastic though, these are probably not the ones for you. They do have like a silicone insert as well, but I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose. I might as well just get like the Komotomo bottles or these bottles. When she was like 8 months, I did try and give her formula, but she absolutely hated it. I gave her the Similac, like the blue one that like I've seen a lot of people use, but she would not take formula whatsoever, you guys. And then I kind of gave up on that. Like, she would not take it at all. She just wanted the milk, you guys. Like, she just wanted the breast milk. So then when she was like 9 months, I was like, okay, I really need to start trying to offer her formula, because I knew 100% I wanted to be done by 1 year old. I did not want to breastfeed her after 1 year old whatsoever, because she was getting too smart. Like, she was getting too smart. I'm like, I mean, I feel like the older I just felt like the older she was, I was gonna have a harder time getting her off of the boob. So at 9 months, I offered her formula again. I believe it's called the Enfamil Neuro Pro or something like that, and that's the one that she's currently drinking right now. It's like a yellow powder. I had the powder first and she absolutely hated it. She would not drink it. I tried the liquid, and that one we also had a really hard time having her take it. But what I started doing to have her start taking formula was I would just offer her the formula at night. That I mean, like, when she would wake up in the middle of the night, like she was all super sleepy, I would just make sure that I had the formula right there and I had it warm, and I would make sure that Daniel would feed it to her, because if I was there, she just wanted the boob. She would not take the formula whatsoever. So I feel like what helped me is I just started having Daniel do more feeds. Eventually she started taking the formula, but it just the liquid. She would not take the powder. She's a material girl. She did not like the powder. So eventually we got her to take the formula, but at this point we were doing formula and breastfeeding, mainly breastfeeding. I would just do formula at night so that Daniel could help out. Slowly I just started dropping more breastfeeding sessions during the day, and I would just offer her more formula, and at this point she would take the formula, but at night she did not want any formula whatsoever. At this point at night she just wanted my boob, and I feel like at this point she was just kind of using my boob for comfort, because I would have Daniel go put her to sleep and she was fine taking the formula, but if I was there she only wanted my boob. So at this point she's getting closer to her 1 year, and I just knew 100% at this point I did not want to breastfeed anymore. I was just done. Mentally, I'm already going through a lot of stuff. Like, it was kind of taking a toll on me at this point. I just did not want to do it anymore. I just was ready for my body to finally feel like it was my body again. I just felt like the older she was, it was going to be harder for me to take away the boob and to actually wean her off, because it was already really hard. Like, sometimes she would scream. Like, she would scream so bad for her boob. I felt so bad. I would try to just offer her the formula no matter what, not give her any boob at all. But you guys, she would literally sit there and be like, ma, ma. And I just felt so bad. And so every single time I would just cave and give her boob again. And I was like, dude, at this point, I'm never gonna be done breastfeeding. Cry to the point where she would be like wanting to throw up, and I wouldn't leave her there to cry it out. I would be next to her and comfort her, rub her little back and be like, it's okay, and I'll keep offering her the formula. But she was just so upset. I would always cave and give her the boob again. And I know a lot of people put chile on their boob and put a bunch of different stuff. I didn't want to put chile. I felt like I can't do that. What actually ended up working for me a little bit was lime. I tried lime and it worked for a little bit, and then she actually ended up liking lime. At one point, like in the middle of the night, she was so frustrated, like she wanted her boob so bad. I think she was just like, I'm gonna drink this shit con limon y todo. Like, she drank the boob, and after that the lime ended up not working anymore. What actually worked for me was mustard. I put mustard on my boob, and after that, every single time I had the mustard, she would not take the boob. Like, even ended up like having little like mustard packets next to the bed, so when she would wake up in the middle of the night, I had her bottle of formula ready and I would put the mustard on my boob. And just after that, slowly she started leaving it, guys. She like every now and then would kind of like, I feel like, look at me. And another thing that worked for me, so a couple things that worked for me to wean her off was the mustard. 100% the mustard worked so much for me. And also, you guys, I have to be tapada life right now, because if I wear anything that shows my boobs at all, I think she remembers and she's like, my chi-chi, and like she'll try and get like her boob, or my boob, her boob. And that's why I was ready for my body to be mine again, okay? And like my mom will hold her and she goes like this to my mom. My mom's like, I don't have chichi. She's like, I have caca. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much what I did to kind of start weaning her. For me, just starting to introduce the formula is what worked for me. But I know maybe you don't want to offer your baby formula whatsoever until they're 1 year old. Once again, whatever works for you, but I just felt like the older she got, it was gonna be harder to wean her off. So officially now it's been 1 month almost that I have not breastfed her whatsoever at night, or I mean at all. I have not breastfed her whatsoever, and it's been really good, you guys. For formula, she uses that yellow one. She mainly drinks just the liquid, especially when we go out. I have like these little liquid 8-ounce bottles, so those are perfect for when we go out. And then the Playtex bottles, I just put in a new liner when we're out, and it makes my life so much easier. And at night, she usually does not wake up at all, but I always make sure I have 1 or 2 bottles with water ready. So at night, she drinks the powder formula, just because the liquid, if she wakes up, I have to warm it up. And at that point, she's gonna be really pissed off and awake. So usually if she ever does wake up in the middle of the night, I have a warm bottle of water ready, and then I just stick the powder in, shake it up, and it's ready to go. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much all that I have for today's video. Definitely leave any questions you guys might have down below in the comments, and I will be replying. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you guys did enjoy it, and hit the subscribe button down below if you guys are new to my channel. And I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in my next one.